Welcome back to Kim Bolton. We're straight into the action on the senior TKMO plate. No grid available for this one, but we'll pick it up straight away with Ryan Cole out in front, going side by side into the first corner with Joe Porter, and Ryan Cole holds the advantage through Stowe.
He won the earlier Festival Elite Final, of course, looking to double up this weekend, but Joe Porter in second place there, Matthew Allnut in third. They'll be looking to deprive him of that as all the karts stream through Derricks for the first time.
Great overtaking move there in the middle of the S's there from Simon Verco to put himself up into P5. Ryan Cole, senior TKM British champion in 2007. This is his comeback, don't forget. He already sewed up the TKM Festival earlier on. Now he is trying to make it 2 wins in a row. But Joe Porter, the TKM Extreme champion of 2011 and 2012, is going to want to try and take it off him. And what about Allnut threatening behind in third?
Just see the green kart going through Kim Bolton corner, making up a place. The green kart, of course, as we know, is Kai Springfield. There he is on the 97.
Yeah, currently tucked up behind the 53 of Owain Rosser, as through to the lead comes Porter. He takes the advantage now off the Derricks chicane and up towards Dan Weldon, the first of the right apexes. Get this right and it knits you up perfectly for the second apex and down the TKM straight. Here comes Cole back again. Porter very nearly running him out of road.
Yeah, just turned the wheel a little bit to the left, but he's not going to hold on to the lead. Put Cole straight back up the inside. Allnut goes side by side with Porter, has to duck in behind him. So still there in third place. Then we've got the 90 of Joe Stockford ducking all over the place, looking for a way left or right, but he's had to settle on fourth place at the moment as they come out of the willows one more time.
Kyle Sproat up into fifth position behind those four. Verco, I think, has dropped back into seventh position for the moment. A great little battle there, great jostling for positions as well. It is anybody's guess, this one. Forsdyke, number one, TKM Extreme British champion in 2014, finds himself in the lower end of the top 6, I believe. In fact, he's just outside it, I believe.
So the 6, Kyle Sproat. The 2 kart was the O plate. He won the British Open title, this title last season. He has been running that for the last year, the O plate, but he's got 2 on his kart now, and that's James Ogden. Looks like he's lost a place as well.
So Cole holding this advantage. Porter, Allnut in fourth position is the 90 of Stockford. Great work from him. Allnut up the inside into second place. Nicely done. So into P2, and there's jostling in the mid-pack as well.
Later in the race, Kyle Sproat there was in 5th place, but look at this, the front 3 have made a bit of a break for it, but Allnut's right on the back of Ryan Cole here. This one isn't over. Kyle scooted up in the distance. That's the 2 plate of James Ogden through to 4th place at this stage.
Sproat and Verco are currently 5th and 6th behind him as well, so it's the ultimate stars of this class that are battling at the front of this field. Brilliant stuff then, as out in front it's Cole from Allnut and Porter, with Ogden, Sproat and Verco rounding out the top 6, and in 7th position that is Rosser in the 53, so it is a brilliant scrap for positions at the moment.
On board the drone one more time, through Derricks, then they come down to Dan Weldon corner here, the double apex, that's the first corner, the first curb, that's the second curb. Classic double apex, almost a triple apex corner in fact, as if you take the corner before, 3 clearly defined curbs on the track. Make this track, Jake, I have to say, one of the best karting tracks for racing, race action. Of course, we know we've had the greatest kart race ever here a couple of seasons ago, and already this weekend has had some great racing. It's a fantastic track. It's a great club, well run, well managed. It has massive entries, and I think, as Martin Chesterman was saying earlier on, they treat the drivers like customers. That's absolutely how it should be.
It's written into the DNA of Kim Bolton, isn't it? It's a brilliant racetrack that always provides great racing and always has done. Rosser currently holding 7th position in the background. You might just be able to pick him up in front of, I think it's Joe Stockford who's fallen back. Then we've got this battling pair for 9th position, Stephen Chisholm and Sean Abbott having a scrap there for 9th position. And then we come down towards the first corner once again, back with the leaders as Allnut continues to challenge. Here goes Rosser on the inside of Verco. I think he's going to make that stick into Stoke corner. We look back, is he there? Yes, he has moved through into 6th position. Stockford's not far away in 8th position, ready to capitalise if they continue to lose time.
James Ogden on the 2 plate there, looking to get that O plate back, but he's got a bit of work to do. It's a fantastic battle out front. Again, fantastic pictures from the drone camera. Had a great deal of cooperation this weekend from the club and from the officials particularly to make sure we get these world-class images
Well, behind the top 8, we've got another great scrap for 9th position. Abbott now leads Kai Springfield, who's back up into 10th position. Steve Chisholm is there in 11th, just in front of Michael Cornell and Grant Edgley. So there's battles at the front of the grid and all the way down to the midfield as well. It's also kicking off now for 4th position as James Ogden desperately tries to hang on in front of Kyle Sproat.
But they want to go further forward. They want to try and work together to get towards the front of this field. Just remember what I said earlier, this is a one weekend championship event. If it comes down to the last lap, you've got to go for it. You can't afford just to sit there and accept second best. Ask James Bean.
Well, you would know all about that, of course, because your son Stevie was the first driver he ever coached, wasn't he?
Absolutely correct. Know all about James and his tactics. Jake, let's leave it there.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Let's go back to the action. I was just going to say, the battle for the victory is stepping up, and Allnut does exactly what I thought he would do. Take him on into Stowe Corner. So down to second position goes Ryan Cole. This is a complete contrast to the earlier TKM Extreme Final, because Cole went and disappeared into the distance. Not this time.
Yeah, the Elite Final was a different story, as you say. Cole was well clear, but not today. He's going to have to battle for it if he wants to take a double win. He's been away for karting for quite a while, Ryan Cole, but comes back and proves that once you've got it, you've always got it. You never lose it, and the cream always rises to the top. We've got Cole here, British champion in 2007 in second place, and Porter, the British champion in 2011 and 12. They're second and third, but they're not out front. That is Matt Allnut in the red suit, and he's taken it to the former British champions. He is going to be loving this.
Well, for this man out in front, Matthew Allnut, this is a bit like the senior karting equivalent of taking on Prost and Senna in a straight fight and beating them both. It is absolutely brilliant to watch this man take on the elite class of this category and show them a clean pair of heels. He's doing a great job leading this one. It's not done yet. He hasn't got the job done, and Cole is going to tend it up the inside into Kestrel. Allnut tries to hold it out wide, and now Porter is there on the outside line. Cole takes the lead briefly at least. Has he held on to it, or is Porter still there? Down the main straight, they're still side by side. Cole just puts a nose cone out in front, and is this going to be Porter's day? He's going to get the switchback up the inside. No, he doesn't, but Allnut's down to third.
And look at the karts battling in behind. These four drivers here, they're looking at these out front thinking, yes, go on, keep battling,
Whoa.
keep battling. Porter up the inside.
Whoa.
What a fantastic move for the lead.
Oh, that is just stunning. Watch this. He's on the right side of the circuit. He suddenly goes, you know what? Let's zoom left. He sells in the dummy, up on the curb, take that, and through into the lead. That is why he's a double British champion. Masterclass. Here comes Cole back on the inside. Oh, they're tangled, and here comes Allnut. He's going to get past both of them. They're still together battling for second place, but Allnut gets the lead back, and it's the last lap. Here we go.
Joe Porter's not going to be happy with that. Ryan Cole up the inside has dropped Porter effectively back to third, and here come these battling karts in behind. Jake, it's sort of 6 or 7 karts can take this now.
Ryan Cole under investigation for contact, but Allnut has got through into the lead. It may end up going against Ryan Cole this time, but Porter wants to beat him in a fair fight no matter what happens in the steward's office. But Allnut may well have beaten the 3-time British champions if you could add them all collectively. 2 titles for Porter, 1 for Cole. He might beat both of them here. Cole's going to send it up the inside. He spent too long looking behind at Porter. He missed the chance to go for Allnut near the final turn. It's going to be Matthew Allnut. He's going to win the O-Plate. Oh, look at him. He is an emotional wreck. That is what it means to him. Matthew Allnut is the king of the hill here. He wins the O-Plate at Kimbolton. Porter second, Sproat third, Ogden fourth, Verco fifth, and Rosser sixth because the 23 has been excluded. Poor Ryan Cole, he doesn't make it 2 out of 2, but what about that from Matthew Allnut?
You've been moved up 1 place, so incredibly close race between all of you. The last lap or 2, it looked like anyone, quite honestly, could have won the O-Plate. You just all got in there in one big battle, didn't you?
Yeah, after there's a big gap and me and Ogden obviously caught back up, and then, but to be fair, we didn't really get close enough, and Matt drove really well. But I can say a big thank you to Dave at Litchfield Motorsport for the engines, and Dan for mechanicking this weekend, and Jono for his help, and obviously well done to Matt.
Okay, thank you. And Joe Porter then, again, out of retirement back to try and see if you could pull off a win here. Didn't quite work, but I mean, that last lap or 2, incredibly close.
Yeah, well, I got into the lead at the right time, did a late move which I knew would put Ryan offline on the rubber, and I thought I had it in the bag going into the last corner, and he used me as a brake, and unfortunately cost me the win, and that's why he was excluded today. But unfortunately, doesn't bring the result back.
I've been karting for 15 years. I've been doing TKM, and this is certainly my favourite win. And it's nice to get to beat a couple of former British champions and beat the quality of the grid that is here today. So, a bit lost for words.
Don't let him kid you. Lost for words and the name Matt Allnut should never be words said in the same sentence. The actual interview lasted around an hour and 47 minutes. You can see it at a cinema near you sometime soon. We had to cut him off short. That's all we've got time for from the 18th running of the Maxxis TKM Festival. Join us again next season.